Hello everyone, welcome to our new video series on MySQL using Python. So now that we have covered that how to update rows in MySQL tables, so let's dive into deleting rows from that tables and what complexity we are going to face when we are going to delete that rows. So we'll see that also. So let's get started with our code. So let's just start by importing the MySQL connector library. And now let's just establish the connection. So for that, we are going to use a method connect from our library MySQL.connector. This connect takes few parameters such as takes the host, which is the local host, then it takes the user, that is a root, then we'll define our password, then the database. We have to define the database also. You can print the mycon also to see that your connection has been established or not, and then you can create your cursor using the mycon object. So we already know that why we create a cursor. We create a cursor to execute our queries. So now you can see we have successfully connected and we have successfully created our cursor. So now first let's just apply the query to print our rows. So let's check our rows, that what are the rows present in our table staff, and then let's just execute it. Now the query will get executed, but for printing it in a sequential manner, we are using the loop. So these are the rows 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, the staff ID and the names also given with their job role and experience. So now let's just execute the query for deleting a particular row. Okay. So for that, there is a query called delete from, and then the staff means the table name, that is staff, and then you have to give the condition because we don't want to delete the whole table. If you want to delete the whole table, then you can use the drop command, drop table and then the table name. We have to delete a particular row. So for that, staff ID equals, and then because staff ID is our primary key, so we can use that only, and we can mention 4. So it means we want to delete this round saying the UI developer. Okay. And now we have to apply the execute query. So we will just have to write cur.execute and then the query inside it, and then mycon.commit to successfully commit our query. Okay, let's just execute our cell. It just got successfully executed. Now let's just uh, again uh, we will again execute our select query cell. So when you'll execute it, now you'll see the updated values are 1 to 3 only. Now let's just do what? I'll just uncomment this line and I'll again create a query, and in this query I'm going to insert. Okay, I'm again going to insert one more value, and let's see at which staff ID means that value is going to get inserted. So for that, let me run the insert command. So insert into the table name staff, then we have to mention the staff means all the columns, staff name, staff position, and then there was staff experience. Then we have to insert the values also. So let's insert the value, that is now our queries for the name is Rahul Gupta, and the job role is, okay, he's also a UI developer only, and then his experience is 5. Okay, and now let's just execute this query. So it got successfully executed. Now let's just do what? Let's just again run the select query. So now when we run the select query, so as you can see that the last updated value, Rahul Gupta UI developer experience 5, is that means the staff ID of Rahul Gupta is 5. It is not 4. Okay. It means that the queue means the row which has been deleted, That row means at that position this row is not present. This row is has its unique ID for it. Okay, it is not same as the Rahul Sain's one. 4. No, it has 5. Why this is? Because of we have used the auto increment when we are creating the table. So we have given in the staff ID variable, we have given auto increment. So what happens when we use an auto increment in any column? So this auto increment value is designed in such a way that it ensures a unique sequential increasing identifier for each new row, okay, inserted into the table. So what happens? So when we delete a row in the MySQL, so MySQL does not reuse that auto incremented value. Okay. So the auto incremented counter, what does that it continues to increment based on the highest value. Okay. That has been used so far. So far the highest value was 4. So this auto incremented attribute will do what? It will just, when you'll insert a new value, so it will add from that highest value which it has used. So suppose it was 4. So when we have deleted 4 also, then also that auto increment remembers that 4 was the highest value. Its job is that only to remember 4. You are deleting or whatever you are doing with the rows, it that is not its job. Its job is to remember that highest number. So highest number was 4. So now it remember 4. So whenever you are going to insert any value, so it will insert with 5 only. It is not going to insert with 4. If you have deleted 4 also, then also it is not going to insert with 4. That is the thing. And why it does this? Because to maintain the uniqueness, okay, and the integrity. So suppose if you have a transaction, if you're doing a transaction, okay, so what happens in the transaction? You got a transaction ID. Now you asked for a refund, so your refund has been generated. So it doesn't mean that what you have made the transaction, so your transaction ID will be deleted. No, it will be also there. A new refund transaction ID will be generated for you. So that is the thing in SQL also. That is the thing followed to make it more simple and to make the performance more enhanceable. This simple technique is used in MySQL also. Means in MySQL you can create for different purpose, you can create different tables. So if I have created the staff table, so this table is created for all the staffs which are enrolled in my company. So if someone is leaving the company, so I'll be creating a new table for those people who are uh, leaving the company. Okay, I'll not going to delete that details from here. So that is the thing we have to follow. Now let's just look how we can dynamically delete the values. Okay, so for dynamically deleting the value, what we can do, we can simply take input, and for the staff IT, we can take the input in integer format. So let's take the input and let's say that enter staff ID. Okay, and let's give the query. So our query will be similar to this only little bit change will be there in the values. In the values, we are not going to define like this. Okay, not this one. This one is the insert query. We have to execute the delete query. So it will be same. Instead of the number, the value which we have directly given will give a percent s. It means that there will be some value. That value is not fixed yet, but there will be some value. Now we'll apply the the execute method. In this, you're going to write the query. Then we'll give a list and we'll apply our a here. Okay. Why we have taken the list? Because there could be multiple values on which we want to delete. So that's why we have taken a list. So there could be a b also. Means if you're taking the input a, so there could be b also. So for that we are taking inside the list. Okay. And now mycon dot commit. Okay. And then you can print if you want to check that your if you want to check that how many rows got affected. So for that you can just check total record, and then you can print cursor dot means cur dot row count. Let's execute the query. So it is asking for staff ID. So now let's just delete. Suppose you want to delete the 3. So let's write 3. Okay. So total record 1. Let's execute the select query again. So now you will see 1, 2, and 5 because 3 we deleted now and 4 we have deleted earlier. And at the end we have to close the cursor and then we have to close the mic on. Means we have to close the connection also. So at the end you'll do this. So I hope you understand that how to delete it and what are the circumstances you have to face when you're deleting your rows if you have used the auto increment. So yeah, I hope this video will find helpful for you, and thanks for watching the video. We'll see you in the next video.